Hi, this is Nikki. Here's a couple of projects I've just completed. They were inspired by Roxyfur and Yoliebean, and it's Yolanda over there, and they was doing some file folder little booklets, and they were really inspiring, and I think it was a challenge through Your Paper Pantry. So these were just a couple I've made. This first one here is tied with a piece of vintage ribbon, and what I did was the signatures are sewn in, and I also sewed in the spine there the ribbon as well, so you don't actually lose it. Top here is a flower I made out of vintage paper and a wooden button. It's a piece of embossing. This is a stamp I had where I cut out the owl's tummy and put in a clock face and put some twine on as a little bow, and then I made this hat out of the Tim Holtz craft card, and then I stamped a pocket watch to make the top of his hat, so it's sort of a bit sort of steampunkish, but not quite, if you know what I mean. And then I put just some collage, some papers on the front. They're all the same designs, as in they've just got one signature sewn together, and here I made some banners and just put in a little ticket behind there. I've also made a little banner here that you could tuck receipts under, and here's a little tag. Some of the acetate here that's got glitter printed on it, which I thought was rather nice, because you can see through obviously the paper underneath. Then there's some Paper Mania paper here of a map, and also a little was a journaling card. Here's a paper bag, and I've cut the end of the paper bag and put a tag inside and put just a vintage ticket on it there. I've also put some lined paper here and a piece of vellum. This was a piece of packaging actually from a Heidi Swap set I had, and I just liked the design on it really. I thought it was quite nice. Here's some paper that came in the swap I did with Thrifty Lou, and here's a journaling card that also came from her. Some nice craft paper. So there's lots of places to put receipts or write things. Here's a journaling card here, and what I did was I made it into a little pocket and put a tag in it. And then inside there's just some more paper. This was an image Thrifty Lou sent in her swap, which I really liked, so I put that in the middle, and then put another little pennant here so I could attach well, in this case just a little piece of paper underneath it, but receipts and things. There's more as I go through, more craft paper, and here's the other side of that one that's a pocket this side, and I've just left it loose this side. I put not quite a belly band, is it, but a vertical belly band here to tuck paper and things behind. Some more of that vellum. Here I've made the other edge of the pocket, I've got a tag inside there. This piece of scrapbook paper was left over from another project, and so what I did was attached it to the back of that card, and again made a little pocket with some journaling spots in, some more matte paper, and then we're back to the acetate, and then in the back I've done exactly the same as I did in the front, put a spot there to tuck things under, and then I used my Dymo, which I found actually in a charity shop locally, and I bought for 50p, and it's the real old-fashioned type, which I really love, so I put that on to put remember. So that's the first one, and the back I've kept it pretty plain, just put a vintage picture of a typewriter on there. The other one's a bit brighter and not quite so vintagey, more sort of retro if you like. It was a lot of the paper in it is from the Paper Mania Happy Days line, and so I've cut out some of the little adverts there. It's a very much sort of 50s retro American feel to it. So I collaged some of the paper, and one of the sheets of papers in the set has a lot of adverts on it, like you'd see in an American newspaper, and so I cut some of those out and used them to collage on the front and also to use throughout. Sorry about that, I couldn't undo it. So I tied it with twine this time, exactly the same at the back. This is one of the flowers from the set, and a little brad in there which I thought went well with it. It says hi. And then here I've just, with some rub-ons, wrote today. And then inside I've got a big pocket here, and again places to tuck things under, and I've took some of those vouchers under there too that came out from the paper line. There's some coffee dyed paper here, and I've stuck one of those little adverts on it. I've die cut one of the pieces of paper there. It's just some plain red cardstock. Made a little pocket here and put some little tiny tag in there. And this is the other side of that paper, which I really like. Then it's got some ordinary lined paper in it. Some paper here with another tuck spot. And then here I've just put a flower, some more lined paper. This is one of the calendar pages, not for any year, but just nice. But it was a bit too big, so what I did was I folded that, covered it with some paper, and so that tucks in there. And then on the back of that there's another place here to tuck things under, little receipts, things you want to remember, your shopping list, more nice pieces of paper, and then in here what I did was, where that shaped piece was only a little bit, so I made an envelope, so I glued that in there, and then just put some decorative washi tape on the back just to secure it in. So I've got a place to tuck things, like if you've got a gift card or a discount voucher to use, that'd be useful for that. More coffee dyed paper, and then another plot there with the pennants I've made. I haven't titled this one yet, I don't know what to call it at the moment, but yeah, just some ideas, and most of it was just used with scraps of paper or leftover bits from other projects. So do check out Roxyfur, her name is, or Yoliebean. They've both got some really wonderful file folders that they've been creating. Thank you, bye bye.